Both teams coming off a bye. Jacksonville trying to get towards the playoffs. Tennessee just trying to get moving. Jason Horowitz, NFL.com's Pat Kirwan.
Hey, Jason.
Glad to be with you here on the NFL Preview Show, presented by Tyson Anytizers. And Pat, in that movement part, Jeff Fisher came out on Thursday and said Vince Young is going to get the start. Now, Bud Adams, the owner, has been kind of pushing that direction. You're 0-6. You want to see what you got. Do you think it's the right move, and do you think he'll be able to succeed?
Well, I would keep the football decisions to the football people, and the owners get tempted to do these things. I think it's a mistake. If Vince Young was good enough to win, he would have been in by now because the head coach would have been in. But now he's got to play him, so he has to deal with that. I think it reduces what they can do on offense, and I think it helps the Jacksonville defense.
All right, so what does Tennessee do now with Vince Young? What do you do offensively with him at the helm?
You and I will look at that game afterwards, and we'll say, I think we just watched the Wildcat. They'll come out and they'll be in a shotgun. They'll have a little dive play. They'll try to run that, and then they're going to get going on the edges. But here, I go back. The receivers will struggle now. The receivers that understand exactly when Kerry's throwing the ball on time now are dealing with a scrambling quarterback, and they got to reroute themselves. I know they split reps in practice on Wednesday, so what does that tell us? They're not getting all the reps with Vince, so they're still having a hard time. Be the little ex-receiver that runs a skinny post and he knows Kerry's throwing on time. Oh, okay, now it's Vince back there. I run my skinny post, he doesn't see it, he takes off. What do? You have to really work as a receiver with scrambling quarterbacks. It's going to be a problem. The production won't be there.
They have not scored a touchdown in 8 quarters. The other problem, though, for Tennessee has been the defense. Pat, they're coming off the last game they played, 59-0 loss at New England, and the last time they played Jacksonville, they lost 37-17, and David Garrard had a field day. Mike Sims-Walker the same way. Are you expecting this Jacksonville offense to have another explosion
I
here?
talked to Jack Del Rio. Man, is he excited about a couple of things. He thinks David is having his best season. He really thinks Sims-Walker is a budding star, and he's got 22 catches, I think, in the last 3 games. But he's most excited about Torrey Holt and how Torrey Holt works and his influence on everybody. And he said, Patty's got a lot of game left in him. This will not be his last season. He did not come here to finish up. He's come here to continue his career. They got a lot of opportunities against a wounded Tennessee secondary.
And that's been the case all season long.
Correct.
And part of the reason Tom Brady was able to throw 6 touchdowns. Now, we're not expecting David Garrard to throw 6 touchdowns, but are you expecting Jacksonville to go to Tennessee and keep the Titans winless?
Well, if he can throw 2 touchdowns, Tennessee's going to have a hard time staying with him with Vince under center right now. All right? Remember this about Tennessee. They're still a top 10 run defense. They're still a top 10 run team. And they're still pretty good, you know, in just playing sound fundamental football. But I think Jacksonville can come in here and score more points than Tennessee can with Vince under center.
And Jacksonville's still in the playoff hunt. They're 3-3.
And they feel that way.
And they do. And they've been saying that. They said that this locker room feels different than it did last year when they went 5-11 and collapsed the last half of the season. For more on this game, stay right here with CBSSports.com. It is 4:05 p.m. Eastern on CBS. That'll do it for the NFL Preview Show, presented by Tyson Anytizers, the meaty good man snack. For Pat Kirwan, I'm Jason Horowitz. Take care, folks.